Assalamu alaikum. Sorry I'm a little bit late. Just had to get a few things together. Alhamdulillah, Eid Mubarak. I come bearing a great Eid gift today, which is finally the refutation that exposes Christian Prince, entitled the Christian Prince Deception, exposing his false tactics and tricks used to deceive people. All right. So we got a good show lined up for you today. Alhamdulillah, I'm going to be using the work that I got from the brothers from the Muslim allegation hunters. Right? I've been telling you about them. I've been telling you about them last few shows. Alhamdulillah, the brothers do good work on their channel. Um, I got a message early because I wanted to make sure it was okay, and one of the brothers responded. It looked like it was one of the brothers, and he said yes, that I could use it. It's okay. So his name is what's his name? I think it's Abu Musa was one of the brothers' names. So shout out to them, and inshallah I would like to in the future do some work with those brothers. You know what I mean? I think we can do great work together. I think we can do great work together, inshallah. They do a good job. So inshallah I think we can do some good work. Here's what their page looks like. That's their channel right there. So shout out to them. I'm giving them the credit because I'm using the work that they did. I'm using their work. They did they exposed Christian Prince where he lied, and I'm just gonna use their work to show you his tactic. In other words, right? So they already dealt with the actual refutation. They addressed his claim and they refuted. So what I'm doing is I'm using their work to show the tactic. You understand what I'm saying? So they in other words, again, they did the refutation. The case that he brought up or whatever, they refuted it, and I'm just going to use their work, alhamdulillah, to show the tactic that Christian Prince that he's using to deceive his audience. Okay, so you guys understand it. But yes, if you haven't subscribed to those brothers, subscribe to their channel as you see on the screen. The Muslim Allegation Hunters, mashallah, they do good work. I definitely want to work with these brothers, either on projects, and I could use their help because they're good at translating. They're good at translating the Arabic, and they have access to the different tafsirs and stuff like that in Arabic. So that's good. And they present, they do the good, they translate and all that work. So, but that's going to also expose one of the tactics of Christian Prince. And I've always wondered this about him because I've seen him do this many years. Ever since I've seen him on Pal Talk, he has this tactic which I always wonder because his audience, when I've seen him, seen his Pal Talk room or whatever, his audience is English speaking people, right? His audience is a bunch of English speaking people. But yet, whenever he's presenting the evidence for them, he's always presenting it in Arabic. And I'm like, well, why don't you bring them the translation? These people can't read Arabic, so they don't know whether you're telling the truth or not. And that's part of his deception, right? So they're idiots themselves because they sit there, and I'm surprised nobody says, "Hey, can you show us the English of that?" You know what I mean? Like I always wonder, like how come nobody says, "Hey, can you show us the English?" Because they don't know Arabic. So basically, they're like blind, idiotic followers who sit there and let him say whatever he's saying, and they just take his word for it that the Arabic says whatever he's showing them, and they believe whatever he tells them. But alhamdulillah, these brothers exposed that he's been lying to his audience. So now we know why he shows them the Arabic only and doesn't show them the English translation, because if he showed it, his arguments would be exposed, and his audience would know that he's nothing but a fraud. And yeah, I'm calling you out, Christian Prince. You and your followers are always telling people to call your show. Well, I'm telling you to come to my show, right? If you're really that bad, if you're really such the big and bad man like that they think you are, then now it's time for you to step out. It's time to step out your comfort zone. And if you want to debate or whatever, well, I'm right here. I'm right here live on the air. So if any of his followers are coming to the channel and watching, or you're right now in the room, don't tell me to go to his show. My show is right here, right now. So you go to him and say, "Hey, Mr. Islam is calling you out. He's exposing you." So instead of me coming to his show, no, it's time for you to come to my show. All right, you tell him to come to my show instead. So if he's really all that, you tell him to come on over here and let's see what he got. All right, before I continue, let me go ahead and send out some quick tweets, and you guys can do the same thing as well, inshallah. Send out some tweets. Yeah, those brothers are good. Faiz, yeah, those brothers, alhamdulillah, I like their work. They do good work. They do good work. Let me just send out some quick tweets, everybody. Don't forget you can do the same thing. Oh yeah, don't forget to like the video. All right, everybody, whether you're watching it live or you watch it later, the recorded version, don't forget like the video. We need the videos to go up in the algorithm, so make sure that you like the video. All right, let me send out some quick tweets to remind everybody that the show has begun. Okay. And do the same thing. Please share it on your Twitter, your Facebook, your Instagram, and whatever other social media you have out there. Let me send out some tweets real quick. All right. By the way, while I'm saying that too, have you guys heard about there was another attempted white racist, religion of white racism, a terrorist attack at another masjid in New Zealand? Alhamdulillah, though, the brothers were able to fight. They were able to catch him a little earlier, and they stopped him. They fought him off, and they prevented him from killing. They disarmed him, beat him, mashallah, and saved many lives. So good for them. Alhamdulillah. That's what we got to start doing. That's what we got. Remember the show I did about a month or so back? That's what you got to start doing. Start having your security on alert. That way you can preempt these people sooner and quicker and be ready to fight. Because as you can see, they're cowards. They were able to beat this guy, take his gun. They were unarmed, and they took his gun and beat him. So that, these guys are cowards. But back to the show. I'm sending out some tweets right now. Everybody know that we are live right now on the air. Join us right now. Join us right now. Yes, indeed. All right. Let's see here, live. Expose. All right, there we go. Okay, so tweets are sent out, alhamdulillah. All right. Oh yeah, Saeed, for sure. I already sent the brothers a message. Like I said, I already asked them if I could use their work, and I got a response from one of them. I think his name is Abu Musa. He said all right. He said it's okay, and alhamdulillah, he said he's with me. So inshallah, definitely we're gonna try to do some collaboration with those brothers in the near future. I definitely like their work. Like I said, do some collaborations, even have them, they can help with the arguments because they have, they're good at translating the Arabic and stuff like that. So as you'll see in today's show. Okay. So let's get into it. Let's get into the tactics that Christian Prince uses, the deception and false tactics and tricks that he used to deceive his audience. So as you're going to see here, I'm going to pull up the brothers' video from the brothers Muslim allegation hunters. All right, and you'll see what I'm talking about. The brothers, their videos are very entertaining also, right? They got a lot of, entertaining sound effects and pictures and stuff like that.
Again, this liar, she twisted and took out of the context and totally hid all the other parts.
It's very entertaining. All right, so let's go ahead and pull that up. Pull that up so you can see it right now. There we go. All right, so here they go right here. They're addressing a claim that Christian Prince made. I'll let you hear it, and then I'll let you hear their refutation. But then I'm going to talk to you about his tactic, his deceptive tactic, okay? So here we go.
Let me get you busted, my friend. My friend, you do not know. You do not know what are you talking about. You are just a kid like the rest of you. I'm not insulting you. I will prove it to you in a second. Have you ever heard a verse in the Quran? It says, وَجَعَلْنَاهُ نَسَبًا وَصِهْرًا.
Yes.
What does that verse mean?
Okay. What's the problem with the ayah? I don't understand what you're.
Do you know what the problem with this ayah? This ayah teaching, if you go to the interpretation, you will see it says you can have sex with your daughter if she is a daughter out of marriage. My friend, I can prove it. Do you want to challenge me?
I don't.
Do you want to?
I think-
Do you want to challenge me if I show you the interpretation? It says that.
Sure, go ahead.
All right. I hate it when a Muslim he challenges me because always I cannot prove that I am telling the truth. This is tafsir al-Qur'an.
Now let me stop you. Let me stop right there and show you that this is a tactic, right? This is one of the tactics that he uses, right? And my engagement from him, and I noticed that a lot of Christian Arabs like to do this too. What they'll do, as you heard here, they'll give a verse, right? The verse itself from the Quran doesn't say anything of what they claim, right? The verse doesn't say anything about, like you just heard him here say that, oh, this verse says that, or he says this verse, the interpretation of this verse says that, or something like that. They'll say, look, this verse shows that you can have sex with your daughter if she was born from outside of marriage. Meanwhile, the verse itself doesn't say that at all, right? The verse itself doesn't say that at all, but then he'll say, oh, well, look, so let me show you the interpretation. So I'm like, wait a minute. If the verse itself doesn't say that, where the hell are you getting that you're going to run to a so-called interpretation to tell me that's what it means? Are you telling me that the person who interpreted is saying something, has some kind of secret knowledge that Allah didn't say? If Allah wanted to say you can have sex with your daughter, he would have said it, because there's a verse in the Quran that clearly says that you can't marry your daughters and your aunts and your sisters and all this stuff like that. Right? There's a verse that already refutes that claim, and the verse doesn't give any conditions. It doesn't say, well, you can't marry the daughter, as long as she's born out of, as long as she's born out of fornication or whatever. It says you can't marry your daughter, period. Right? Which is going to be exposed. But the point is to show you his tactic. His tactic is to ignore that the Quran doesn't actually say that at all, and instead he runs to some interpretation. Now, if I did that with the Bible, Christian Prince nor any other Christian would accept that, right? If I said, okay, well, hey, let me show you an interpretation of a Bible verse that means this or this or that, they wouldn't accept it, right? They would say, well, the verse itself says this, and rightfully so, right? If the verse itself does not say what the interpretation says, how the hell are you going to tell me, how are you going to try to make your argument based upon the interpretation? All I'm going to do is reject the interpretation and say, well, the verse is clear. It already says this. So I don't really care what the interpreter says, because the verse already itself makes it clear that that's not the case. See? And they wouldn't accept that themselves. But this is the tactic that they always do. They will give a Quranic verse, and then they'll ignore the verse. And what they'll do, they'll ignore the verse because the verse is clear. It does not say anything that they're claiming. So he'll say, let me show you the interpretation of it. I was like, well, wait a minute, stop right there. I don't care what the interpretation says, because the verse is right there. The verse is already clear in what it says. So forget about what the interpreter wants to interpret. That's their own opinion, because the verse is already clear. So that's one of his tactics, how they try to trick people. And if you're not clever enough, Muslim, if you don't pay attention, he might trick you with that too, right? He might trick you with that. I had an engagement with him and other Arab Christians where they try to do that, but I caught him out. I was like, no. An interpreter is just an interpreter. That doesn't mean that that's what Allah means. That's the interpreter's understanding, or that's their opinion. But that doesn't mean that's what Allah means. You see? You can't take a human interpretation and say, well, this is what Allah means. No, that's what the interpreter may have understood or think that they understood from it. But don't try to tell me that that's what the Quran is actually saying, or that's what Allah meant. Allah said what he meant and meant what he said. If somebody wants to interpret or add something to that, well, that has no effect on what Allah meant. That doesn't mean that's what Allah actually means, because the verses are clear in and of themselves. But as you see, the brothers from Muslim allegation hunters are going to expose. But as you see, look at Christian Prince here. Notice what he's showing to the audience. He's showing to his audience, which are mostly Westerners, English-speaking white Westerners, bigoted at that. They don't know Arabic. They don't know what the hell he's saying. And as the Muslim allegation hunters are going to expose, they were right. They exposed that he's deceiving his audience. So he shows them all Arabic. No, he don't even show the English translation. Right? And then he proceeds to tell the audience what being said here. How do they know? They don't read Arabic, so how would they know whether he's telling the truth? And we see that that's how he's deceiving them, as the brothers from the Muslim allegation hunters expose. So go ahead and let's take a look some more.
This is the official government website of the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. Tafsir al-Qurtubi, page number 264, chapter 25, verse number 54. It says here that it's allowed for a Muslim man to have sex with the mother and the daughter he have from that mother, because she is not his daughter.
Let me also stop right there, because this is another tactic also that they try to use, that he tries to use as if it gives some kind of authority. Don't fall for this either. Is that he says, oh, this is the official website from Saudi Arabia. Who the hell cares? Who the hell cares if it's from Saudi Arabia or the official website from Egypt or the official website from Iraq or Indonesia? What does that matter? That's not the basis of truth. He's using a logical fallacy, everybody. This logical fallacy is called appeal to authority. In other words, I'm trying to claim that what I'm saying is true because it's from the government of Saudi Arabia. That doesn't mean that it's the truth. That doesn't mean that it's right. That doesn't mean anything. What the truth is, the truth on its own. The truth is the truth on its own. Whether so telling me that it's from the government of Saudi Arabia, that doesn't prove anything, Christian Prince. Telling me that you got it from the government of Egypt doesn't prove anything. Telling me that you got it from the website of Al-Azhar University, that doesn't prove anything. The truth proves the truth. The truth stands on its own. So this, as I said, everybody, is a tactic known as appeal to authority. In other words, what I'm saying is the truth, not because it's the truth in and of itself. It's the truth supposedly because I'm appealing to the Saudi Arabian website. That is a falsehood, everyone. I want you to understand that. That's called a logical fallacy. And that logical fallacy is known as the appeal to authority. That you are trying to base your fact that because you're appealing to the government. So what? The government, just because it's the government doesn't mean it's the truth. Right? Just because it's the government, the mayor, the governor, that doesn't mean that it's the truth because it came from the governor or the mayor or the government or the king or the queen or the princess or whoever. That's not the truth. That doesn't mean it's the truth. So only simple-minded people will fall for that trick. Okay? Which, of course, that's what his audience is. They're simple-minded people. So he uses tactics like that. Oh, this is from the official government. So what? So what? But as you see, the brothers are going to expose him. Let's continue.
Daughter from marriage. So if she is not a daughter from marriage, therefore she is a daughter from adultery. Therefore, she is not forbidden, for she is not considered to be a daughter. For Islam only consider a daughter to be a daughter if she is a daughter from marriage. Therefore, you can have sex with the mother and your daughter from your blood. And this is the teaching of Allah. And he's...
Okay, now you see right there, he lies again. He said this is a teaching from Allah. Allah never said that anywhere. So this is another thing, how they like to throw stuff in there that Allah doesn't say or that the Prophet never said. They like to throw in their own, he likes to throw in his own little ad-libs. Oh, so this is a teaching from Allah. No, Allah never said, Allah already said you can't marry your daughter. And Allah didn't say only if she's not from fornication. No, Allah said, period, you can't marry your daughter, your sister, your aunt, your mother. He made it clear. He didn't say, well, if she's from a fornication, it's different. Allah didn't place any conditions on it. He said point blank, you can't marry your daughter. He didn't say, well, unless she's from fornication. No, it said you can't marry your daughter, period. It says in the Quran, you can't marry your daughter, period. That's in Surah An-Nisa, right? When it talks about the different people who it is forbidden to marry. And Allah doesn't place in a condition. He doesn't say except if she's from fornication. No, you can't marry your daughter, period. Period, you can't marry her, no matter what she is. Whether she was born out of fornication, adultery, whatever, you can't marry your daughter. Okay, so this guy, you know, and they like to throw that in. But again, like I said, you're going to see the brothers are going to expose him, that he's lying. But that's the tactic. Because again, look at, as you see on the screen, he's showing Arabic. His audience doesn't know whether he's telling them the truth or not. That's part of his trick and his deception. Show his audience, who again, his audience is Western people, whether they be from the UK or France or America. They're Western English-speaking people. They don't know Arabic, so he shows them all on the screen Arabic. like they're going to know what he's saying. They don't know what he's saying. They just take his word for it. And then, alhamdulillah, the Muslim allegation hunters come along and they expose that he's been lying to them, that he's lying to his audience. He's not showing them the full context of what's being said, as you're going to see here. Let's continue.
He's saying this is according to the most accurate opinion of the deen, the religion, the most accurate. And this is what all the scholars agree upon.
Yeah, exactly. So as you can see, the brothers are showing that he's lying right now. See, they, alhamdulillah, they can read the Arabic. And he's lying to his audience. Yes, Christian Prince, I'm saying you're a liar and you lied to your audience. And if any Christian Prince followers are here, he's lying to you. He's boldly lying to you guys, your face. It doesn't say all the scholars agree he's lying. But of course you wouldn't know that because you can't read the Arabic now, can you, right? So you don't know that it doesn't say that because he's showing you Arabic. So I challenge any of his followers, next time that you go to one of his shows or events, tell him, hey, why don't you show the English translation to that? Christian Dents, show the English translation to that. Why do you keep showing us the Arabic? We can't read Arabic. Tell him we can't read Arabic. Christian Prince, can you show us the English translation, sir? But there's a reason why he doesn't show you that, because he's lying to you. He's deceiving you, as the brothers are showing. So as you see here, he's boldly lying, talking about, oh, that's the teaching of Allah. No, it's not. Allah never said that. All the scholars agree. No, that's a lie. The scholars don't agree, and the brothers are going to show the headache. Let's go. So as you can see, the brothers are pointing out in the Arabic where it says that, and alhamdulillah, these brothers are going to show us the English. That's the difference, is that these brothers are going to show us the English translation of this statement here to show you that he's lying. So they're showing you, if anybody who knows can read Arabic, they're showing you where in the Arabic it shows that no, the scholars don't agree and that he's lying. And then they're going to show us the English to further back up their point for the English speakers. That's how you're supposed to do it. That's how you're supposed to do it, because the audience is majority English-speaking people. But if you want to deceive and lie and trick people, Christian Prince, you show them just the language that they don't speak, and you try to be their guide, or their misguide, by lying to them and not telling them the truth.
What do you say? My friend, if I prove to you that this is a true, what you will do? It's in the front of you. I mean, are you saying to me it's not true? It's in the front of you. Listen, Abdul, I have no time for kids. It's in the...
See, he's saying it's in front, but see, obviously the person speaking may not be able to read Arabic either, right? They may not be able to read Arabic either. So obviously, if you're a Muslim and you don't know how to read Arabic extensively, he can pull the wool over your eyes, right? But that's his tactic. That's how he tricks you. Whether you're a Muslim who doesn't know how to read Arabic or a hater against Islam who can't read Arabic, this is how he will trick you, because you can't read the Arabic. So that's why I'm saying these brothers are good, right? They're good. They're and useful, because they can help us with translating a lot of these Arabic texts and exposing the lies. See, but if he brings the English, we wouldn't have this problem, right? Because he'd be exposed in the English. Let's continue.
In front of you, this is the official government website of the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. This is Tafsir al-Qurtubi,
there goes the
page number
fallacy
264,
again.
and this is the chapter 25, verse number 54. And you are saying to me it's not true?
And if you go to 2554, it doesn't even say what he's claiming, right? Right? $25.54. Right? 2554 doesn't say anything about, I mean, they just add stuff to it, boy. 2554, and he it is who has created man from water. Then he has made from him blood relationship and marriage relationship, and thy Lord is ever more powerful. That's all the verse says. The verse doesn't say nothing about, you can have sex with your daughter who's born out of fornication and all that. The verse doesn't say anything of that sort, right? The verse doesn't say anything of that sort. but they throw it in there. He said, "Oh look, yeah, that's what they'll say. Oh yeah, this verse means you can have sex in there." Really? Where? Where does it say that? The verse doesn't say that. The verse doesn't say that, right? So here, let me show you how it says that. Let me go to interpretation. No, don't go to the interpretation, because there's no, even as an interpreter, you can't even interpret that in there when it doesn't say nothing about that. How could an interpreter look at that verse and say, "Oh, this means I can have sex with my daughter who was born out of fornication"? How in the world can you interpret that from this verse that says nothing about that? It doesn't even mention the word daughter in there. It doesn't even mention the word daughter in there at all. So how could somebody read that and then say, "Oh, this means I interpret this to mean I can have sex with my daughter who was born out of wedlock"? Really? Who was born out of adultery? Really? Where in the hell would you get that from when the verse doesn't even mention your daughter at all? Right? It's just talking about how man was created and made from the blood relationship and marriage relationship. How you know what I mean? Like where do you get that? Where would you even get some type of interpretation like that from this verse? So if we were to just to take the verse on its own, you would see nowhere where you can say, "Oh yeah, this means I can have sex with my daughter who was born out of fornication or adultery." Like, come on, really, get the hell out of here. You know, but that's why I always tell you, they don't really like dealing with the Quran itself, because they can't make these arguments if you let the Quran stand on its own. All right? Because that verse says nothing about that. Surah 25, verse 54. But that's the deception. That's the game played. Let's continue so you can see how the brothers will refute him and show where he's lying.
I'm saying it's definitely not true.
Well, prove me wrong then. Okay, go. Show me reference. Go ahead. I'm listening.
Scholars, it included Ibn al-Arabi, and the Christian Peanut quoted only one opinion. That is,
Let me show you.
Call me, please. Come on. Show me any ayah. I just show you an ayah.
first of all, Imam al-Qurtubi rahimahullah, as you can see in the screen, in the Arabic, Imam al-Qurtubi was quoting opinions of many scholars, and among the scholars, it included Ibn al-Arabi, and the Christian Peanut quoted only one opinion, that is opinion of Ibn al-Arabi. If you scroll bit down and see what Imam al-Qurtubi rahimahullah said in Arabic, clearly this part totally exposes this liar and dishonesty of this liar. How this liar takes out of context and totally rejects all the part, hides all the part that goes against her, hides the response. Imam al-Qurtubi rahimahullah.
All right, so let me pause it there. So yeah, so this is another tactic. So as you can see, like I said, the brothers are going to show you the English. So just hold patient. They're going to show you the English. But this is another tactic of the deception of Christian Prince. Is that, and again, this is something that I've witnessed from him and other Christian Arabs as well. Many, even the English-speaking haters of Islam do the same thing. Is that they will go to a tafsir, right, or a scholar or something of this sort, and they will act like, they will ignore, as you see here, that the scholar, that the opinion that's being stated is not from the scholar himself. This happens in Ibn Kathir, etc., right, where they will have a tafsir of a verse. What they will do they will show you the different opinions or the different interpretations or different understandings of a verse. It's not their understanding. It is not their opinion. They are just letting you know, look, this is what so-and-so said about the verse. And this is what this person said about the verse. And this is what this person said about the verse, right? And then they will say, and now let me give you my opinion. Let me tell you what is the most correct opinion or the correct understanding. So what these people do, what people like Christian Prince do, is that instead of showing you what Ibn Kathir actually says or Imam al-Qurtubi actually says, they'll act like the opinion of another scholar that Qurtubi or Ibn Kathir or Jalalain is telling you about they'll act like that is what is the correct opinion, and they'll act like that's what Ibn Kathir is telling you is the right way. No, what they do is they're letting you see that other people had different interpretations. This is why you can't take a tafsir and act like that's what Allah actually meant, because you will see that different interpreters had different, sometimes their interpretations, they differed from each other. So you can't sit there and act like the interpretation means exactly that's what Allah meant. No. You can't do that, because clearly you can see that these people had different understandings of the same verse. It could be the same verse and this person says it meant this, another person said it meant something a little bit different, another person said it meant this. And then the tafsir writer like Ibn Kathir or Qurtubi or etc., then they will say, okay, these are the different opinions, but what is the majority opinion? Or what is the correct understanding? And then they will tell you, now let me tell you the correct understanding. So they're sharing with you. They're sharing that, look, here other people had different understandings and interpretations, right? Now at the end they say, now let me tell you what is the correct understanding. So what Christian Prince is doing is that he's reading one of the interpretations or opinions that Qurtubi is sharing from another scholar. But he doesn't say that that's the right opinion. He's not saying that it's the correct interpretation. He's just sharing that there were different ideas out there. And then he gives you the correct understanding. So what these people do is they'll pick out the one that might sound strange or out far-fetched or whatever, or maybe it fits their opinion, right? And then read it to the audience and act like, oh, see, the scholars say this is it and this is what it is. And then ignore, as the brother is showing here, that Qurtubi refutes that opinion. Imam Qurtubi says, no, that opinion is not right. It's wrong, but it's right there on the same page. So either Christian Prince doesn't know how to read, or he's blatantly lying to his audience. I go with he's blatantly lying to his audience. Because if it's on the same page, how could Christian Prince miss that unless he's being deceptive? And that's exactly what he's doing. He's a deceptive, lying trickster. And that's right. You can tell him that I said it. You tell him that I said it, and you tell him that if he wants to challenge, you tell him you come to my show. You come to my show if you want to challenge. And I'm going to challenge you on these things. So if you come, you better be ready to give a good explanation on why you lied to your audience about these references that you're bringing here. You better be ready to explain why you didn't show them the whole thing. You better be ready to tell them why you ignored what Qurtubi actually says, that opinion is wrong. So if you come, you better come correct. Or don't come at all. And again, you come to my show. You always have everybody coming to your show. Now it's time for you to come to somebody else's show, right? He's always telling everybody else to come to his show, come to his show. Well, now I'm telling you to come to my show, because haven't people come to your show enough already? Show your audience that you're the man that they think you are in their imagination. Show your audience that you really are the big and bad destroyer of the Muslims and Islam by coming to this show instead and holding your own weight if you dare. But I don't think he will. I don't think he will, because he knows he's a liar. But in any case, the door is open. The door is open. Let's continue so the brothers will expose how he lied about what Imam Qurtubi actually said.
Clearly said. He said, قلت. قلت اختلاف الفقهاء في النقاح.
Now let me show you. Let me stop right there. As you see, now the brothers are showing you the English. Christian Prince doesn't do this. He just shows them the Arabic and he tells them what it supposedly says. Alhamdulillah, these brothers are showing you the Arabic, so the Arabic speakers can confirm and read it, but he's also allowing the English-speaking audience to see the translation so that way they can also see that it's backed up by the facts. Okay, so here we go. Look.
الرجل ابنته من الزنا أو أخته أو بنت ابنه من الزنا فحرم ذلك قوم من ابن القاسم إلى آخر السطر. So let's translate this part. This part is very important. Why? Imam al-Qurtubi rahimahullah clearly says that there is difference of opinion and disagreement between our scholars, our jurists, concerning whether it's halal or haram for a man to marry his daughter from fornication. They have differences of opinion. So Imam al-Qurtubi clearly says this one. Clearly says there is differences of opinion. But this liar, he didn't show this part. In order
Right. Christian Prince
to
said
deceive
that
his
they all
brainless
agree.
ships. Of course, he's Ibad al-Kharuf, Abd al-Ghanam, Abd al-Kharuf, slave of goat. His god is lamp, his god is sheep. Imam al-Qurtubi rahimahullah clearly said, I said, jurists or Islamic scholars differed concerning marriage of a man with his daughter from fornication or his sister, meaning or his sister from fornication, or daughter of his son, meaning from fornication. Among them. So he's quoting different opinions. But this liar, he quoted only one opinion and he totally rejected all the opinions what Imam al-Qurtubi listed. Imam al-Qurtubi said, among them who held and deemed this marriage as forbidden are Ibn al-Qasim, and this is the opinion of Imam Abu Hanifa and his companions, and other scholars held and deemed this marriage as permissible. Among them are Abdul Malik, and this is the opinion of Imam al-Shafi'i, and this was presented in Surah Nisa very well. So this is what Imam al-Qurtubi said. He brings two conflicting opinions. He brings two different opinions, and at the beginning he clearly said, I said there are differences. قلت اختلاف الفقهاء. The jurists differed concerning this matter, whether marriage of a man with his daughter from fornication is halal or haram. And this part totally blows the liar into pieces. This
is the part that I'm saying, right? So again, you see that they're showing that Qurtubi shows that the different opinions that people had, right? And they're conflicting on the issue. And then at the end, he shows the correct opinion, which is you can never marry your daughter. You can never marry your daughter, whether she was from fornication or not. Whether she was, which is strange that some people would even have that opinion, but hey, that's how some people are, right? But alhamdulillah, we see that the correct opinion is that you can never marry your daughter, whether she was born out of fornication. Even if she was born out of fornication, that's still your daughter, right? That's still your daughter. Even if she is born out of an unlawful sex relationship, that's still your daughter. She's still from your blood. So you still can't marry her. So, but these are the deceptive tricks that these guys play. They ignore that, as I said, you'll see that a lot of the tafsirs do this. Tafsir Ibn Kathir, Qurtubi, etc. They will show you the different opinions that were out there, the different understandings, the different interpretations, etc. Right? And then after showing you the different ones, they will then tell you what is the correct position. They will then say this is the correct position, however, as you see here. So now at the end, Qurtubi refers to al-Farah and says that the lineage is what makes this type of marriage, the marriage, forbidden. So in other words, because the girl is from your bloodline, whether it's fornication or not, she's still from your lineage. Therefore, the marriage is forbidden. You can't marry her, right? You cannot marry your daughter who was born from the woman you were with out of that you met, that you know had out of fornication. You can't marry her no matter what. That's the correct opinion. But again, that's how Christian Prince lies to his audience. So as you can see, he clearly lied. He didn't even tell his audience this part, and that's his deception. That's his tricks. That's how he deceives his audience by, as the brothers showed, he only showed the opinion, and the opinion wasn't even Qurtubi's opinion. It was not even the opinion of Qurtubi. He was telling you what another scholar had said. But Christian Prince made it seem like Qurtubi said it just because it's in the book of Qurtubi. See how they play the game? Just because it's in the book of Qurtubi, Christian Prince tells his audience that that's what Qurtubi is saying. But he's lying because it shows you from the book that that's not the opinion of Qurtubi. He's quoting what somebody else had said. In that case, it was Ibn al-Arabi, right? He was quoting al-Arabi. It wasn't Qurtubi's own opinion. And then afterwards, Qurtubi says that, look, the scholars have a differing on this. They differ about this subject. And then as you see at the end, he then gives the correct and complete understanding, the correct one, which is it's agreed that no, well, you know, that it's the correct opinion is that this is forbidden. That this is forbidden. No, you cannot marry your daughter who was born out of fornication. You still can't marry. She's still your daughter because it's the lineage as you see here. So as the brothers are showing, this is the part that destroys his argument, but Christian Prince doesn't tell his audience that part. See? He doesn't show that to his audience. He only told them the one opinion that Qurtubi was relating from another scholar. He wasn't saying that it was right either. It wasn't like Qurtubi was endorsing that opinion. He was just letting you know what some scholars had said. And then he says, but they're wrong. Let me show you what the correct understanding is. But Christian Prince didn't tell his audience that because he's a liar and a deceiver. These are the tactics of deception of Christian Prince.
This last part, totally destroys and blows up this liar into pieces. Why? I will read in Arabic. قال الفراء. So Al-Farra is a very great scholar. Imam Al-Qurtubi quotes what Al-Farra said. قال الفراء النسب الذي لا أحل نكاحه وقاله الزجاج وهو قول علي بن أبي طالب رضي الله عنه. This is a very crushing blow which this liar hid and took out of context, which he didn't show to his brain dead ships, zombies, because it will totally destroy him into pieces. I have read this part because this part totally demonstrates this guy is a charlatan and liar, and he didn't did this part. Why? Because Al-Farra rahimahullah said the lineage is what makes the marriage forbidden, and as the judge said this as well. And this is also the opinion of Ali bin Abi Talib. And this is also the opinion of Ali bin Abi Talib. Who is Ali bin Abi Talib? Ali bin Abi Talib radiallahu anhu is cousin of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And he is very close companion of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. But why didn't this liar this part and translate to his branded followers? Why?
Well, we know why. Because obviously he wanted to lie. He wanted to make his followers think that Islam is crazy and allows you to somehow marry your very own daughter if she was born out of fornication. That's why he didn't translate it, because he's a liar. Because his job is to throw mud on Islam. Right? That's his job. His job is to throw mud on Islam. His job is to fester the hatred and the racism and the bigotry against Islam and Muslims. That's his job. But you see how sad it is that he has to lie. So he didn't show this part to his followers because he wanted his followers to believe the lie. He wants to fester the hatred. Right? He wants to fester the hatred. He wants his followers to think that that's all Islam is. So this is why he did not translate that to his followers, because he wants them to believe the lie. You see? He wants them to believe the lie. He wants them to accept that Islam is a dirty and filthy religion that teaches that a man can marry his own daughter and all that, when the Quran is clear that you can't do that anyway. Right? You see? So this is why he didn't translate that. This is why but this shows you that he's purposely misrepresenting the Islamic text. This shows us that he's purposely trying to deceive them. So it wasn't like this was a mistake, right? It wasn't like this was a mistake. It wasn't like he missed that part. No, he intentionally didn't show that to his audience. So I want his audience to see that he's deceiving you. He's purposely lying to you. This is not a mistake. He didn't miss that by mistake. He couldn't have missed it because it's right there on the page, as the brothers showed. It's right there on the page. So he couldn't have missed that. That means he purposely left it out. He intentionally is attempting to lie to his audience and to deceive them. But you're done now, Christian Prince. You're done, buddy. We're exposing all your false tactics and your tricks that you use to deceive people. You see? You see? He's clearly lying to them. He's clearly deceiving them. He's intentionally leaving stuff off that would refute his argument. Is that not the tactics of a bigot hater? Right? Are those not the tactics of a bigoted hater? Why would you do that? Unless you're purposely trying to spread hatred and get your audience to believe this nonsense that you're spreading, when clearly the Islamic text refutes you. Okay? So shame on him for that. Shame on him for that. And this is what he does throughout his videos. The brothers show this in various videos where they show him doing the same thing over and over again. Not reading the whole thing. Not showing his audience that the claim is refuted. Right? So let me give you another example. Let me show you another example
today
that the brothers show. All right, let me give you another example of this, where they show it again, where he does it again, over and over again.
I'm going to address two issues that charlatan Christian Princess has brought up. She deliberately lied, twisted, and hid what Imam al-Qurtubi said, as she does as usual, and I'm going to prove it. And moreover, she lied about Imam al-Qurtubi, rahimahullah.
So now if we go and read the interpretation of Al-Qurtubi, we will find the following. He said, and I'm showing you in the screen, my friend. قال مجاهد.
Again, notice, right? Again, notice he's showing the Arabic to the audience. They can't read Arabic, so they don't know what he's showing them or not. He's showing them all the Arabic. What is that? What does this help his audience? Why won't he show them the English translation? We already know why. You've already seen why he does it. But you're going to see it again, why he continues to do it this way. Why he continues to show his audience the Arabic when they can't read Arabic. We know why. Because he's deceiving them. This allows him to lie and deceive his audience because they don't know what he's showing them.
إن إبليس أدخل فرجه في فرج نفسه. That Iblis, he did F himself, he enter his vagina, which means his penis, in his vagina, and which means he did F himself, and then he lay eggs, five eggs, and this is the origin of his seeds, which means his children. And then he continued saying, and it said that Allah, he created for him in the right thigh of his leg a penis, and in the left thigh a vagina.
Okay, let's get to the point.
So hold on. فهو ينكح هذا بذاك. So he do nikah, which means he do F himself, this by that. So he shake his legs and he F himself. And then فيخرج له كل يوم 10 بيضات. And then he lay down every day 10 eggs. And from every egg يخرج من كل بيضة 70 شيطانا وشيطانا. And from every egg there is 70 shaitan and shaitana, which mean male shaitan and female shaitan. They come out and they come right away and they fly. So this is what you are talking about. Iblis is the father of all shaitan, but all of them, they are shaitan anyway. And your prophet, when he says shaitan, he's still speaking about shaitan, for all shaitan is evil and he is the devil. And anyway, and this is where the fiction of Islam come in, that shaitan, that there's many shaitan in Islam. You believe there's many shaitan. There's everybody have a shaitan. And how shaitan how we have shaitan? Shaitan Allah created for him. Iblis. Do you really believe? Do you really believe? Do you really believe? Do you really believe? Do you really believe?
Muslim jinns subservient to Allah.
Do you really, my friend,
who will go to the paradise?
Muslim jinn, this is funny. Let me ask you, do you really believe shaitan, he have a penis in the right leg and a vagina in the left leg? Do you agree?
I have to be honest.
Yeah.
I have never read this tafsir.
So let's jump into the tafsir al-Qurtubi. She read part of tafsir of al-Qurtubi, then she hid the main parts and twisted it. She hid the main parts, concealed the main parts because it will expose her as charlatan. She talked about Iblis having with his own self, and she hid what Imam al-Qurtubi said. She hid the important parts. Imam al-Qurtubi said, and there is difference.
So once again, Christian Prince is hiding to his audience that these claims there's differences of opinions among them. Right? Because it's not from Allah. Right? It's not something that Allah himself has said. Right? So he doesn't tell his audience that, well, wait a minute, guys, it does say that there's difference of opinion. No, instead he reads it and pretends like, oh, this is what Islam says, and nobody disagrees with that. All the scholars agree, etc. But as you can see, the brothers exposed once again that it says, hey, differences of opinion about this. Difference of opinion about Iblis and his offspring and his loins or whatever. See? But again, he's only showing his audience the Arabic, but they don't know. They can't read and call him out as these brothers can do. So these brothers are showing you that right there on the same page, Qurtubi says, hey, look, differences of opinions about this. They're showing you right there. This the right exact same page that Christian Prince is reading from. Why doesn't he tell his people that, oh, well, wait a minute, guys, it does say differences of opinion? Well, we already know why, because as the brothers are telling you, he's a charlatan. He's a trickster. He's a deceiver. He's a lying bigot. Just like his audience is, a bunch of Western white bigots. Because that's mostly who his audience is. That's who his audience is. They're nothing more than a bunch of white Western bigots who are racist themselves. And they need something to feed their hatred. They need something to feed their hatred, and Christian Prince gives them exactly what they need to feed it. Unfortunately, he's lying to them. Unfortunately, he's not giving them the truth. He's feeding their hatred with lies to fan the flames of their hatred with lies. To make them hate Islam based on lies and misinformation. That's his tactic. That's his trick. But as the brothers are showing here, he doesn't tell them that, oh, well, guys, hold up. It does say differences of opinion. He won't show them that part. See? He wants to fester their hatred and fan their flames to justify their bigotry. So they think he's the best thing ever. You ever look at the comments on his section? They think that Christian Prince is the best thing ever. If they only knew he was lying to them. If they only knew that he was hiding information from them. That's right on the page. But of course, because you guys don't read Arabic, you can't call Christian Prince out. I'm talking to his people who follow him. I'm talking to the people who follow him. Because you guys are idiots and don't know what he's saying, you can't call him out. You don't know that he's reading a page to you that right on the very page it says, well, wait a minute. This doesn't mean this is the way it is. There's differences of opinion about this. And then it goes on to tell you what the correct opinion. He doesn't tell you that. And you can't call him out on it because you don't know what he's reading. So I wonder why you guys don't challenge him and say, Christian Prince, can you post the English for me, please? How come none of you tell him, hey, post the English of that so we can read the English? I've seen them. They go along with this idiot as he just sits there reading and showing them the Arabic. I've even challenged him in his own room on Pal Talk many times. I said, hey, show me the hadith for that. What does he do? He gives me the link to a site in Arabic. The whole thing, I'm like, sir, can you give me the English, please? I read English. So when I say, hey, Christian Prince, can you give me the evidence for that, please? He gives me the link, and guess what? The link is completely in Arabic. And I'm like, sir, I don't read Arabic as a language, right? I don't speak Arabic fluently. So can you give me the English, please? Can you give me the website with the English? So that's his game. That's his game. He knows he's speaking English. He knows he's speaking English. He knows his audience. He's not doing this show in the Arabic section where he's speaking to a bunch of Arab people. No, he's speaking to English-speaking people in Canada or America or the UK. That's his audience. So I say, hey, can you send me the proof for that? He gives me the link. I click on the link. The link is completely in Arabic. And I'm like, give me the English. Can you give me the link in English, please? And then or you could translate it, right? You can do Google Translate. And then you expose what these brothers are exposing right here. That he's lying, that he's not telling you the whole truth. That he's ignoring or hiding or leaving off the part that refutes him. That says, hey, there's a difference of opinion. This is not the way it is. There's a difference of opinion. It's not concrete. It's not agreed upon. And then he ignores the part that gives the correct understanding, which refutes the part that he's trying to make an argument out of. So let's continue with the brother's good work.
Then he goes on to say, I said.
Yes, exactly. He's hiding that. Again, Qurtubi was showing you what another scholar said.
I said, which is proven in this chapter from Sahih. What Al-Hamidi mentioned it in Al-Jama' collection between Sahihain from Imam Abi Bakr Al-Barqani that he brought in his book Musnad from Abi Muhammad Abdul Ghani bin Sa'id Al-Hafiz from riwayah of Asim from Abi Uthman. Messenger of Allah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, and Imam Al-Qurtubi rahimahullah, he concludes by saying, and this points, directs that the offspring of shaitan is from his what? Backbone, and Allah knows the best. This charlatan lying puppet, lying clown, hid all this information. Why? If she had read and translated this all, she would have been exposed. And she does it deliberately, as we should have shown in our video about the satanic verses.
So once again, yes, as the brothers are showing, Christian Prince is deliberately hiding the information. As you can see, Qurtubi shows that more correctly, this narration that's supposed to be from the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, it doesn't mention anything about Shaitan having a vagina and a penis, and he has intercourse with himself with his with the private parts on his leg or whatever the hell he said. You see? But Christian Prince hid that information from his audience. You see? He didn't tell his audience that part. He didn't show that that wasn't what Imam Qurtubi was saying. Once again, Imam Qurtubi was showing that that's what somebody else said. And then as they showed you, then he says what he says himself. Then Qurtubi speaks himself. And then he shows that a more authentic narration does not mention that Shaitan has both the vagina and the penis, and that he somehow has intercourse with himself and makes his offspring come from that. This hadith right here is supposed to be more authentic, and it doesn't mention anything about what the other person claimed. You see? So this is how Christian Prince deceives his audience. He purposely misrepresents what's there. He reads a statement from a scholar and acts like that was the writer of the book. Meanwhile, the writer of the book, Qurtubi in this example, he's just letting you know what other people said. As I said, they all do that. Tafsir Ibn Kathir does the same thing. He will give you all the different or most of the different opinions, and then he will say, now let me show you what the correct opinion is. He will then say, then they will give you their opinion and let you know what the correct understanding is. After they tell you what all these other people have interpreted or understood, he then says, now let me tell you what I think and why what I think is correct, and here's what the most people say is correct. That's what they'll tell you. But this trickster, this deceiver Christian Prince, he ignores that, as the brothers are exposing. He ignores that. You see? He won't let his audience see that they're telling you right on the very same page, well, there's a difference of opinion about this. And he won't let his audience know that at the end, the writer of the book, Qurtubi, actually gives his own opinion. The opinion that the other opinion or understanding or whatever was not from Qurtubi. That was not from him. He was telling you what somebody else said. And then he shows you how what they said is not correct, and he gives the correct and more proper and more majority understanding. So again, we're exposing the tactics of Christian Prince, showing you how he hides information, how he only shows his audience the Arabic. He will not show them the English, as the brothers showed here. Like, see how they're doing? They're showing us the Arabic and the English corresponding, the English that corresponds to that. That's how you do it when you're not hiding anything. You show people both. So if whoever's looking at this and they read Arabic, they can confirm that it shows what it says right there. And the brothers are highlighting the Arabic parts too, so that way nobody can say that they're lying. Right? They're highlighting the Arabic parts to show you where it said this and that, so that way people can actually look it up if you want to go and do some deeper research, right? And they're showing you the English for the English-speaking audience, because obviously they understand that the audience that's looking at this are English speakers. But why doesn't Christian Prince do that? Why won't he show his audience the English? Well, we can see why. Because he's lying to them. He's deceiving his audience. He doesn't want them to catch that he's lying to them. He's lying to their faces. And I want any person who follows Christian Prince to recognize this fact. Don't you dare come on my channel and in my comment section talking about, well, why not I go? No, you tell him come here. You tell him if he's that big and bad and he's the destroyer of Islam and the Muslims, you tell him I said come here. So don't tell me to go there. And I want you also, his followers, to recognize that he's lying to your faces. And I want you to see how he's making a fool out of you. He's making a fool out of you. He's not even being honest with his own audience. Here you guys are sending him money, donating to him, and he's lying to you. How disrespectful is that? That means you're a joke to him. That means you're basically a joke. He's lying to your faces. He's purposely, intentionally misinforming you. He's miseducating you while you donate to him. He probably laughs when he takes the money out of the bank, laughing at how foolish and idiotic you guys are to follow him so blindly. So blindly you follow him, and he's making a fool out of you. He's lying to you. You already hate Islam, right? So you already hate Islam. And he's festering your hatred with more lies to make you hate Islam even more. Is that truth? Yet he claims to be a Christian. Yet he claims to be a follower of Christ. No, he's more like the people that Christ talked about. He's more like the scribes and Pharisees who Christ was against. He's more like them rather than a follower of Christ. He's more a liar, a snake, a man full of dead man, a tomb full of dead man's bones. That's what he's more like. He's not a follower of Christ. He's more like the people that Christ was against. He has to lie in order to make a case against Islam. He can't come with the truth against it. Instead, he has to lie. Right? Because he can't come with the truth. He has to lie to you people to get you to hate Islam. He can't come with the truth. He can't come with the facts. So he has to lie about Islam. That's to me the proof that Islam is the truth. Why would you have to lie, right? Why would you have to lie? If you had the truth, why would you lie? You see? If he really had the truth, why would he have to lie? Right? Call me out to what? Call me out to what, punk? Call me out to what? What are you talking about, Sahi Luke? What are you talking about? Don't call me a chicken to what? What are you calling me out to, number one? Debate you about what? You see how these guys are? He's calling me a Chuck. I'm just looking at his comments now. You calling me out? Well, then you set up the debate, like I said. Set it up. Nobody's running from you cowards. As you can see right here, we already exposed you nothing but a bunch of goddamn liars. We ain't got to be nothing. We ain't got no reason to be scared of any of you, as you can see. You're nothing but liars. No, Revelation 20-13, your friend is the liar. Didn't I just show it? Did you just not watch this video? He's exposed as a liar. You guys are the liars, not Allah. You are the liars. The man you follow is a bold-faced liar. We just exposed it. The Muslim allegation hunters exposed it. He's a liar. We exposed his tactics. He's deceiving you. He's lying to your faces. You guys are a bunch of jokes. Sahih Luke, set it up. Contact me. Let me know what you want to debate about, and we'll debate. Plain and simple. That's how it's done. I'm doing a show right now. You want to debate me? We will set it up, and we'll debate. We'll debate. So let me know how you want to do it. Let's discuss the topic, and we'll set it up from there. Plain and simple. Because like I said, ain't nobody running from none of you guys. There's nothing to run from. Okay? No, not right now. I'm doing something right now. We will set it up at another time. That's not how it works. I'm doing something, so there's not going to be no right now nothing. We will set it up. We will plan it out, set the date, and that's how we do it. You see how these guys are? They try to play games. You're not going to play no games with me. You're not playing no games with me. We're not going to do it right now because I'm doing something right now. So what we do is we'll talk about it, we'll set a date and a time, and then we'll do the debate. Not right now. Who the hell you think you are right now? No, I'm doing something right now. Already. So do it right. If you want to have a professional debate, you contact me like the professionals do. They contact me. They send me an email or they call me and then they say, hey, we want to set up a debate. Okay, what's the topic? Where's it going to be? How much is it going to cost? Because all of that is how you set up a debate. Ain't no, come on, right now. No, you set it up and we discuss it. Time, place, how much, because it is going to cost you. It is going to cost you. I don't do it for free. And then when everything is agreed upon, then there will be a debate. Okay? All right. Well, good. What's this? The debate is going to be, can God be triune? Okay, fine. Then, like I said, good. That's the topic. Okay, good. Now, next thing is contact me. Give me the date, the time, and then I'm going to tell you how much it's going to cost. And then I'm going to tell you how much it's going to cost to bring me out, okay? That's all you got to do. If you look on my channel, I have debates, right? If you look on my channel, I have debates that I've been doing. So this ain't new to me. I've been doing debates since like what, 2006, 8 or something? I've been doing debates for years now. Okay? So that's how it's done. We set the place. You pay for my flight, my hotel, and you pay me my speaking fee, and then we have a debate. No problem. No problem. Okay? No, that's a topic. You can have that topic right there. That's a good one. Can God be triune? No problem. Yeah, a pagan God can be triune, sure. We'll debate it. That's the topic you want to have, no problem. Okay? Nope, I'm not calling nobody. I already have my show. I'm live right now, though, Revelation 22. I'm live right now. I'm live right now, though. What I got to call him for? I'm live right now. Go tell Christian Prince, come right now. Well, I got to wait 2 hours for. I'm already here. Revelation 22. Okay? No, we can't set it right now, Luke, because I got to look at my schedule. I can't speak off the cuff right now because I got to look at my schedule. So contact me like you're supposed to do, like a professional. Let's go over some dates and some times, and then we'll set it up. I'm not telling you right now because I don't know right now. I got to look at my schedule. That's how it works. All right? My contact is right here. It's bro_Shadid at hotmail.com. Okay? That's my contact right there. So send an email, give me all the information, and we'll do it right there. Yeah, I know you will, because that's how it's supposed to be done. That's how it's supposed to be done. You got to do that, and I need my honorarium as well, and I get an honorarium as well. Okay. It's not just the flight and the hotel; it's also my honorarium because I gotta leave for work, so that has to be taken care of. So it's not just flight and hotel; it's flight, hotel, and the honorarium as well. Okay, but we'll discuss all that in private in the email. All right. Okay. Yeah, just set it up. As long as you set it up, like I said, we set it up. You want to discuss can God be triune? Fine, that's the topic. That's a good. We can debate that topic. No problem. Can God be? So you guys heard it. Can God be triune? Tentative topic. Tentative debate. Once we get everything set up and planned out, we'll let you know. We'll let you guys know when it is. So back to my subject. You're interrupting my subject. Now let me finish my show. Good. Let me finish my show now. So as I said, we've exposed how Christian Prince deceives his audience. Right? We've shown how Christian Prince deceives his audience by, number one, only showing them the Arabic text. And by showing them only the Arabic text, an honorarium is a speaker's fee. Look it up. An honorarium is a fee that is paid to a speaker, right? Or a lecturer. That's what an honorarium is. It's a payment that is given to a person for a speaking engagement or giving a lecture or a debate or whatever. That's what the honorarium is. Come on, bro. Look at this, man. How are you trying to invite me to a debate and you don't even know these terms or what these things mean, man? How old are you, by the way, Sahih Luke? Are you an adult? Are you an adult? Who are you? No, I need to know that too. I need to know who you are also. That's another thing. Who are you? So yeah, when you send me the email, let me know all this stuff. I want to know who you are, because we're not just going to debate anybody. All right? I need to know who you are. Are you an adult? Are you a grown person? Like who are you, man? This guy, I need to know all this stuff. I need to know who you are, because we're not debating no children or no 17-year-old kid or whatever. It's like this got to be done professionally. So but just send me the email. Let me finish my show. So as I said, for Revelation 22. And all you guys, a Revelation, this is free too. Revelation 22, tell Christian Prince, this is free too. So I don't need to call his show. Tell him to come right here. This is free. Tell him to just call. Yeah, he could just call this show too. It's free. Okay, this is free. Okay? Revelation 22, that's a stupid argument, Revelation. That doesn't make any sense what you're saying. I'm speaking through my speakers and I'm sitting right here. Does that mean I'm two persons? No, that means my voice is being transmitted through the speaker. Come on, don't be stupid. If you're talking on the phone to somebody, the person is standing where they're standing, but their voice is coming through the phone. Does that mean you're talking to two people, Revelation 22? Come on, man. Don't be stupid. Look at these. I mean, come on, really? Does that mean it's two people? So am I two people because my voice is coming through your speaker, but I'm sitting here in my home in Virginia talking to you? That means I'm two people? Or does that mean my voice is transmitted through the speaker? Wow. I mean, you see, this is the level of stupidity that follow Christian Prince. That's the level that shows you that this guy, whoever said that he didn't put any thought into what he just said. That shows you he didn't put any thought into what he just said. That was the most simple-minded argument that you could make. Allah's voice came through the tree, but Allah's in heaven. Does that mean it's two Allahs? Really? Is that how silly your argument is? Is that how silly your argument is? Really? You know what I mean? I mean, like, really? Okay, Luke. All right, just send me the information and we can set up the debate, please. You're interrupting my show. Okay? I told you, I gave you my contact. Go through the means of contact, and that's it. Let me finish my show. Okay? So, as I was saying, that alhamdulillah for these brothers that expose Christian Prince, the Muslim allegation hunters. As I said, I recommend that you also subscribe to their channel. The brothers do very good work, as you just witnessed. Alhamdulillah, they're tight with the translations and exposing Christian Prince. So these brothers are good. I like their work. I definitely want to work with them. I appreciate them for allowing me to use their videos to expose the tactics of Christian. Like I said, they already did the refutation of his claim. I'm exposing the tactic. So let us review the tactics once again. The tactics of Christian Prince is this, in his deception, is one that he only shows the Arabic to his audience, which is an English-speaking audience. They don't know what he's showing them or not. And as we can see, the reason why he does that is because they don't know that he's lying to them. So his tactic one is to only show his audience the Arabic. That way he can hide and not tell them what the whole thing says. His tactic is to misrepresent the reference that he's showing. He attempts to pass off a statement that may be from a number of scholars that the writer of the reference is showing, not as their own opinion, but to show that other scholars had a difference of opinion on the subject. But what he will do in that tactic is not let the people see that there were differences of opinion. He will try to pass off the one opinion that he likes because it's weird or it's strange or whatever. He will pass that off as if that is the opinion of the writer of the book, i.e. that's the opinion of Qurtubi or Ibn Kathir, etc. Right? He'll try to pass that off as if that's their opinion, when it's not. Number three tactic is that he will not tell his audience that it shows that there's a difference of opinion about the subject. Number 4 tactic is that he will not tell them that the writer of the book then gives his own opinion and shows the correct opinion, which is in contradiction and refutes the opinion of the scholar that Christian Prince attempts to act like is the correct opinion. So those are his tactics. 1, only showing them an English-speaking audience from Canada, America, UK, etc., the Arabic, because they can't call him out. Number 2, pass off one opinion that is being shown to demonstrate that there were differences of opinion as if that is the correct opinion that represents Islam. 3, ignore that the writer of the book actually gives differences of opinion about the subject. 4, ignores that the writer of the book then gives his own opinion and then shows what is the correct opinion, which refutes the one opinion or the other opinions that the Christian Prince tries to pass off as if it is the correct opinion. So those are his tactics. That's his deception against that he uses to deceive the people. Once again, shout out to the Muslim allegation hunters. Appreciate it, brother Abu Musa, for allowing me to use your videos. Again, I definitely want to work with you brothers in the future, do some projects together, help me on some projects, alhamdulillah. So I definitely want to do some work with you brothers in the future along with others. And definitely we need to link up because there are other brothers who are in this field and we all need to start to work together, and inshallah, to do these things. All right. So Christian Prince has been exposed. If anybody continues to follow him after this, you're just a bigot. If you continue to follow Christian Prince after we have and the Muslim allegation hunters have exposed him clearly, and you continue to follow him after this, just admit it, you're nothing but a bigot. Just admit it, you're nothing but a bigot. Revelation 22, stop repeating your silly claim. I already showed you how stupid it was. Okay, so stop repeating it because you're showing that you're dumb. Okay, stop repeating the same thing over and over again. Okay, you know what? As a matter of fact, instead of just putting you in timeout, I'm just gonna completely hide you. How about that? I'll completely block you. How about that? How about that? Okay, so there we have it. All right, and also too for Sahih Luke, remember Sahih Luke, don't watch how you talk to me. Because if you're trying to meet me in person, you don't want to meet me in person after you calling me a chicken and all that stuff like that. Remember that, okay? If you want to meet me in person, don't call me names and try to insult me because you're forgetting that you invited me to meet you. Like, how you gonna be trying to call me names and insult me and get personal with me, yet you want me to come meet you? Are you, are you serious? So don't try to disrespect me and then, think that when I meet you, I'm going to come and be trying to shake your hand and all that stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, like, think, please. Think before you act. Think before you act. If you want to meet me, then meet me and speak to me like with respect and as, man to man, as a gentleman, man to man. All right? But if you're going to try to be disrespecting me, talking about I'm a chicken and all that, remember, you trying to invite me to meet me in person. You don't want to meet me in person, and you trying to disrespect me personally. That ain't, you know what I mean? Like you don't want that, right? You don't want that. You don't want to be trying to disrespect me personally and then have me come meet you in person. No, I wouldn't want that for you. I wouldn't want that for you. So if you want this to be a professional debate, then act like a professional. Don't come with this name calling and stuff like that. All right, don't come with this name calling because to me that tells me that you're not professional. All right, that tells me that you're not professional. And I don't play that. You know what I mean? I don't play that type of game. So if it's going to be a professional debate, let it be professional. Act like a professional. So I gave you the contact. We can discuss details, behind the scenes, and we'll go from there. All right. For the rest of the people, there you have it. Christian Prince has been exposed. Like I said, if anybody who's sincere, right? Anybody who's sincere, if you really think yourself to be a sincere person, right? If you think yourself to be a sincere person, right? Then if you continue to follow Christian Prince after he has been exposed like this, where we showed you the clear exposition as the brothers from Muslim allegation hunters has shown you, that he's lying to you guys. He's purposely leaving out information. He's purposely, intentionally not telling you everything that's on the page. Is that not proof that he's purposely deceiving you guys? So if you consider yourself a sincere person, you have to face this fact that he's been lying to you. You have to face that he's intentionally, like disrespecting you to your face by purposely leaving out information. It's one thing if you want to hate Islam, fine. But if you are allowing your hatred to be, what can I say, justified because somebody's lying to you with misinformation, right? Then, that's your problem. Okay? Now, what are these people talking about, bro? What's this substance with you? Who worships a solar deity? Who does that? You guys, it's disrupting me from the 10. Let me just finish this show. All right, so like I said, if you continue to follow Christian Prince after this exposition, after this exposing of his deceptive lies and tricks, then we can clearly conclude that you must be just a hater then. Then you're just a hater. You're just a bigot. You just want to hate Muslims. You just want to hate Muslims just for the hell of hating us. Because it's clear that this guy is lying to you. It's clear he's deceiving you. So if you still follow him after this, after it's been exposed that he's lying to you, that he's leaving off information, that he's hiding the facts from you, that's right on the page. As the brothers showed you, the stuff that he's showing you is right on the page. So it's not like he missed it. It's not like he overlooked it. He couldn't overlook it. He couldn't miss it because it's right there on the page. That means he's intentionally, purposefully lying to you. That's deception. That's evil. So if you follow him after this, then we must conclude that you are just a bigot. You're just a hater. You're not sincere. A sincere person would say, wow, I've been lied to. Right? A sincere person would say, wow, this guy's been lying to us. This Christian prince has been lying to us. I'm not following him anymore. So if you follow him after this, then yeah, like I said, you're just a bigot. You're just a bigot, a racist, a hater. That's it. Just face that fact. All right. So as I said, if Christian Prince, if you see this, or when you see this, and you feel some way about it, come on over. Let me know, and I'll do a show, and you can come right on over. Since you always tell everybody to come to your show, show your fans that you can step out of your comfort zone. Because I've been on your channel, I've been to your YouTube, I've been to your Pal Talk room. I've been in there. I've debated you already on Pal Talk. I've debated you on Pal Talk. I've been in your room on Pal Talk. You don't know how to debate. You're ignorant. You don't know how to stay on topic. You don't know how to maintain the subject. So we've already dealt with you. So show your fans that you are the big and bad destroyer of the Muslims and Islam, and show them that you'd be willing to come on to this channel where you don't have control, where you can't cut off the phone, cut off the mic, where you can't mute the other person. Show them that you're willing to step out of your comfort zone, and that you're the big and bad destroyer of Islam no matter the situation. That even if you're not in control of the discussion, even if you're not the host of the room, let them see that you can stand on your own 2 feet. But we know you can't stand on your own 2 feet. We know you can't. But like I said, in any case, the challenge is still there, Christian Prince. The challenge is there. I'm not calling your show, but I am challenging you to come on to this one. Like I said, step out of your comfort zone. You've had plenty of people come on your show already. You've had plenty of Muslims call in. So show them that you can step out of your comfort zone and come to a different arena. Show them that you could come to a different arena, Mr. Christian Prince. Show them that you're not afraid to step out of your comfort zone and come to a place where you're not in control. We'd like to see that. All right, we'd like to see that. Okay. All right. Hater, Revelation, you can keep saying what you want to say. I'll just keep removing you, no problem. Every name you get, I can just block it, no problem. If you're too cowardly, no problem. All right. So we're going to go ahead and end the show on that. All right. We're going to go ahead and end the show on that. All right. We're going to end the show on that. Alhamdulillah, it was a good show. He's been exposed. Again, shout out to the brothers from Muslim Allegation Hunters. Very good job. Abu Musa, thank you for allowing me to use the videos. Like I said, we definitely got to hook up. I definitely want to work with you brothers, inshallah. Okay? Definitely want to work with you brothers. And we'll go from there. All right, so you guys have a good night. Appreciate you watching. Don't forget, join my Patreon page. Right? Don't forget, let me not forget that. Don't forget, join my Patreon. We're looking for, I think I still need 2 more people. I still need 2 more people to get my Patreon up to 10. So I need 2 more people. So whoever watches this later, if you want to support our program, by all means, join the Patreon page. We're trying to get 2 more people to get us to 10. The links are in the description of this video. And that's how you can help support our platform right there. All right, everybody, Eid Mubarak. Have a good night or good morning, depending on where you are in the world. Assalamu alaikum.